actual play,
Mhm.
actual stats.
Oh yeah,
Like, last thing we want is LeBron
we're
James.
seeing smart basketball.
Yeah, and we're moving the ball, we're sharing the ball. You're seeing the extra pass, the extra swing pass, stuff like
Mhm.
that, and it's leading to positive results. But if
Not
LeBron
settling
comes
for
in,
crazy threes. Like,
exactly, and if LeBron just comes in and holds the ball for 20 seconds of the shot clock, well, then it kills her. It makes our offense stagnant, and it doesn't put any pressure on the defense. Like we're
yeah,
putting a lot of pressure on defenses to have to adjust, to have to switch, to have to do this, do that, and it really helps. Now, the Nets, there's a lot of questions of like, did Anthony Davis have a monster game because the Nets just don't have the size? And then when Nick Claxton got hurt, that like he was able to be dominant. But even before that,
he's been
he
playing
was
that. He's been playing like this all season though. Like,
he
truthfully,
was but
for
he
the
was
most part.
looking really good even with Nick Claxton. And then Nick Claxton went out and it just made things easier for him. But that level of Anthony Davis, and I'm not saying he has to score 37 a night, right? But like
Well,
just
no,
the
because that's not.
aggressiveness. Yeah,
That's not.
sustainable.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. No.
but he should be in the 25 to 30 a night range. I mean, he's at 23 right now, and
Yeah.
he hasn't really been dominant. Now give us a dominant Anthony Davis that's contributing to, say,
The man had what, 18
27.
rebounds, if I'm correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I think he had
yeah,
like 18
10
rebounds.
offensive, 10 offensive.
Ridiculous. 18 rebounds? Like,
That's the Anthony Davis
bro.
way. Again, not saying he has to put up 37 and 19 every
Yeah.
single game, but the aggressiveness, putting himself in a position, not being scared to make the move, being physical down low, like all of
Yeah.
those things. We
And
need
that's
to
what I've been
continue to
saying
see.
all
Yes,
season. Just be more
we
aggressive. We
need
need that
to
aggressive,
continue to
like
see.
AD.
No, I agree with you. Yeah, and it's just we need that. We need that to continue, so that we can, hopefully turn things around a little bit. Now, I still think we need a trade. I don't think we need the big momentum trade, like the big, blockbuster trade. I mean, obviously, if it's there and it makes
Yeah.
sense, then yeah, sure. But there was even like a report today, which I posted a video on about like 30 or an hour ago now. Or 30 minutes ago, something like that. But anyway, I posted a video about the news, which is the Lakers may consider waiting to see Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant before they make any trades. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily mind that, right? Because like, and here's the thing, like, I don't think Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant come in and make us a contender. Like, they're not that big of an impact players, but they
But
are two
they make
very
a
solid
difference though.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, Dennis Schroeder is a guy that can give you 15 a night. Thomas Bryant is a guy
Well,
that can give you
please.
15.
I would take Dennis over Pat right now. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
absolutely.
Like,
He can't be
I
worse
can't
than
tell,
Patrick
like,
Beverly. Can't be worse than Patrick
no,
Beverly.
like, well, yeah, and at this point, none too, because like, I'm sorry, but like, what, like, have we been more than patient and like enough? You know what I mean? Like again, this was a classic night where like everybody has to do their part, step up, but then we get that production from none, and it's just kind of like, you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
hurts.
And so I like I said, I don't mind them being patient and seeing what Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant does. Because one, Dennis Schroeder, he comes in, he provides a lot of what we need right now: a scoring threat, a guy that can get to the hoop, a guy that can spread the floor.
Yeah.
Especially if we get Germany, Dennis Schroeder, the one that played in Germany this past offseason, dude,
Yeah.
That Dennis
Yeah.
Schroeder might be a top 20 guy in the league. That dude was incredible. But on a serious though, is that like no, but he's still a guy that he provides slashing, he provides, playmaking, he provides defense, he provides,
Yeah.
some 3-point shooting. All of those things are huge in what the Lakers need. So right now, you have our big three. You have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook, right?
Yeah.
Then you have Walker, Brown, and Austin Reeves. That's all we have right now as far as scoring goes. Like, because I mean,
Wait. Did you put Westbrook? You put Westbrook in the first three, right?
yeah, our big three,
Okay.
Russ,
Okay.
LeBron,
Gotcha.
AD, our big
Yeah.
three, and then after those three, you have Walker, Austin Reeves, and Troy Brown are the only other three that are consistent night in and night out. Every
Yeah.
single game, that Troy Brown has played, except for I believe one, he's put up at least 9 or 10 points every game. Like you want to talk about consistency? He's putting up like 10 points every single game, night in and night out.
He's came back, and I'm proud too. I follow him on social media, but like just the
He's
work
great.
that he's done to get back, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
healthy and right.
He's put some serious work.
Yeah, he's young, he's talented. Reeves has really stepped up as of late. He's contributing, knocking down threes, stuff like that. He's playing really good.
So his shot looks so clean.
Oh,
like, oh my goodness.
His shot is crisp.
It looks like Clay's. Like it's smooth. It's like
it is. It's crisp. And so you got him, and then you have Walker, obviously, who has been arguably our third best player this entire season. So, but between that,
I can make that argument. I can easily make that argument. Yeah.
But the problem is that's it. Like, yes, winning Gabriel has, he's had a couple nights, like, he's had a couple games where he's put up like 8 points, stuff like that. But Schroeder, Nunn has given us nothing.
They put like 11 minutes last night. They had like no points.
Yeah, Pat Bev has given us nothing.
Christie, Christie has been grabbing.
He got 9 rebounds last night.
No, I was saying on the rebound. Yes, I mean you can't. You know what I mean? Because
he's not in there for scoring. He's in there for defense.
So he
might be our best on-ball defender. That kid is so good defensively. Like watch him play. His recovery, when he gets beat, he's right there. He's got length, he's got size, he's got a real nose defensively, and he's got a real nose for the ball. That's why he's such a good rebounder for a guard. He's a guy that he might end up being the future shooting guard for the Lakers in the next few years. He is really, I think, absolute worst case, he's like a Tony Allen, like a lockdown defender, because he's already an elite, or not, I shouldn't say elite defender. He's already a really good defender, and he's 19 years old, a 19-year-old kid is already just an incredible defender. And then on top of that, you add like his growth. Once he puts on his grown man body, because he's got the body of a child right now. Wait till he gets that grown man body in the next few years. I mean, he's going to be a problem defensively. You know what he reminds me of? And I wish I remembered who. Somebody else is the one that said this comparison, and I was like, oh, that's actually a great comparison. Somebody said it in my comment section, like when I first started the Lakers channel. And they were like, he reminds me of a young Jimmy Butler. And I was like, you know what? That is a great comparison. Like, because Jimmy Butler was really good defensively, really stout defensively, but his shot and he looked like he was a guy that could develop into a scorer, but he was just like really solid defensively from game one. Like that's kind of what he reminds me of. He's got kind of the similar body type, size, stuff like that. I really like.
You want more minutes, or you just keep him where he's at?
No, look right now, because we're missing a lot of guys and we don't have a lot of like rotation guys at the moment. I like where he's at. And I said, and I have the videos to prove it. I said during summer league and preseason that he might earn rotation minutes just because he might be our best defender. Like when we got the roster all set up, I was looking at the roster. I was like, he might end up being the best. They might have to play him solely because he's so good defensively. And he looked like an NBA player guarding, during summer league and stuff like that, like, because he's playing against a bunch of kids his age and stuff like that. I was like, he looks like an NBA ready defender. His closeouts, the way he closes out, the way he just doesn't foul, which is key too. Like he plays some really solid defense. He even on shots, like when he gets beat, he's good at moving his feet and keeping his hands up, which a lot of defenders aren't. A lot of defenders get beat and they want to reach, right? And they want to, they don't, like they'll move their feet, but they're trying to make up for the play. He'll get back with his hands up. He doesn't gamble. Like you never see him trying to go for, like he just stays in front of his guy, makes it difficult. Like he's just a really solid defender. And so I really like what I've seen from him, but I'm talking about on the scoring end. Like we only have, like I said, you got the big three, and then you got 3 other guys that are scoring. Outside of that, you don't have any consistency on the offensive end. Hopefully Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant can provide that. And they don't have to provide a lot. Just give us an extra, like, look at it like this. Could the Lakers
because the games we've lost have only been about like no more than like 20 points. Like we haven't lost a game, I don't believe, no more than like 20, 25 points.
Yeah, I mean, we've been in almost every game. Like we've been there.
Yeah.
And so
That's what I'm saying, like
my
15, 10 points between the two of them. Like,
yeah, well, but here's my thing. So like let's say like right now, if we could get a 20, 10, and 10 guy, right, with like 2 blocks and 2 steals a game, wouldn't you want to do that? Wouldn't you want to trade for a 2010
oh, easily.
2010? Well, that could be Thomas Bryant and Dennis Schroeder combined. You know, Dennis Schroeder could
Okay.
probably get you. Dennis Schroeder could get you probably 10 plus a game. Thomas Bryant could probably get you 10 plus a game. Dennis Schroeder averages like 4 rebounds a game. Thomas Bryant averages like 6 or 7 a game. So there's 20 points, 20 to 30 points, 10 rebounds a game. Dennis Schroeder is going to get you probably 5 assists. Thomas Bryant can get you 1 or 2 assists. So there's another 7 assists. And Thomas
I wonder
Bryant
how
could probably
sharp
get
they're going to be coming back, though.
well, yeah, I mean, it'll probably take some time to ease back into it, but I mean, Thomas Bryant can go and give you, like 2 blocks a game, and Dennis Schroeder could get you 2 steals a game. So you're talking about a team right now that's already in every game,
Yeah.
now, or for the most part, is in almost every game. You're adding at least 20 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and probably 7 assists. Like that's like adding another star. But you're getting
Yeah.
it within 2 players. So now that is, instead of 6 guys scoring, that's 8 guys. And now that it just makes things better. Again, I'm not saying that makes us a contender, but it will greatly help. And now the Lakers can evaluate, okay, how close are we? Like if Dennis Schroeder and Thomas Bryant come back and we go on a 5-game winning streak, and we smack the Suns by 15, we smack Detroit by 20, because now you got 8 guys instead of 6, and it's just they're making a real impact. Well, now it's like, okay, well, maybe we don't need a huge grand slam trade. Maybe we can just take Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn, go move them, and go get like another key player, say Terry Rozier, another scorer, somebody.
And you're right. It's those two. There's nobody else on the team, maybe besides Matt Ryan, but there's nobody else on the team that I want to target.
That can make an impact.
Well, exactly. Exactly. You would have to do like a Bev and Nunn, but like those two in particular, especially because their production, at this point, I'm to the point where like, let's get them out of here.
And they're the most sizable contracts that we can actually move, which helps, because you're not trading Walker. So if you're not, like, the only 2 left are outside of Russ are Beverly and Nunn.
Better not trade Walker.
And here's the thing: if Dennis Schroeder comes back and he really is great for the Lakers, now you don't need Patrick Beverley and Kendrick Nunn. So it gives you more of a reason to trade him, right? And Dennis
he gives energy and defense. It's just only going to add to our defense. Like, think about it. You got Schroeder. I don't think you're ever going to see this matchup at the same time on the court, but if you got Schroeder, Russ, AD, and like Christie on the court, you know what I mean? Like, imagine how good defensively that would be. As long as you're not facing like a huge lineup, you know what I mean? Like a lineup that just like has you beat in like height and speed. But like, imagine what kind of crazy defensive lineup that would be. Like,